For years, fans of Seth MacFarlane's animated universe have debated one crucial question. Who is the more unhinged mom? Is it the sweet-faced, deceptively dangerous Francine Smith from American Dad? Or the rash, rage-filled Lois Griffin from Family Guy? These two women have completely torched the classic sitcom mother archetype, swapping aprons and pearls for shocking violence, psychological warfare, and some very questionable life choices. They are beloved, they are feared, and they are masters of chaos. So today we're settling it. We're putting Francine and Lois head-to-head in a battle of psychotic behavior to finally crown the true queen of animated madness. We'll break down their wildest moments, their darkest secrets, and their most terrifying outbursts. It's time to figure out which of these matriarchs is the bigger psycho. Round 1. The Secret Past. A true psychopath isn't just defined by their present actions, but by the dark and twisted road that got them there. Both Lois and Francine have skeletons in their closets, but one of them has a full-on catacomb of horrors. Lois Griffin, born into the obscenely wealthy Pewterschmidt family, always had a rebellious streak. She had a past with rock stars, a brief affair with Bill Clinton, and generally rejected her prim and proper upbringing. Her history is definitely not squeaky clean. It's filled with infidelity and a desperate search for excitement. She found it in Peter, a man who represented everything her family hated and settled into a life of suburban madness. Her past is scandalous, but it's mostly just messy. Now let's talk about Francine. On the surface, she seems like a simple young woman who fell for a handsome CIA agent. But peel back that one single layer, and you find a past so dark and convoluted, it's genuinely wild. Francine was a wild party girl in her youth, but it goes way deeper than that. For starters, to get out of trouble, Francine lied about having an affair with her high school math teacher when she was 14. This landed him in jail, where he ultimately ended his life. But it's not the only life she's directly responsible for. Francine also casually dropped the bombshell that she stabbed her college roommate, killing her. But wait, there's more. Francine is often heard being cavalier about the lives or well-being of others. Not to mention, she has a bizarrely skilled and spotty history that pops up when you least expect it. In one-off gags, she's been an ER surgeon for the handicapped mafia, has shown she can speak multiple languages, and displayed proficiency with various weapons. While the show treats these skills as comedic and inconsistent, they paint a picture of someone with a very strange and dangerous background. While Lois was sneaking around with rock stars, Francine was collecting a resume of skills that would be at home in a spy thriller. Lois's secrets are embarrassing. Francine's are the stuff of dark comedy and fan theories. For the sheer depth and lethality of her hidden past, this round goes to Francine. Francine 1, Lois 0. Round 2. Sudden bursts of violence. A key trait of any psychopath is the tendency for sudden explosive violence. Both of these women can go from 0 to 100 in the blink of an eye, but their methods and motivations are worlds apart. Lois Griffin's violence is impulsive, chaotic, and often played for laughs. When her frustration with her family boils over, she doesn't hold back. She's a black belt in taijutsu and isn't afraid to use it, getting into full-blown brawls with Peter and anyone else who pushes her too far. Remember her holly jolly rampage when she decided to ruin Christmas? She stormed through the town abusing people for enjoying Christmas, and it ends in the police shooting her with a tranquilizer. Lois's anger is a wildfire. It spreads fast, burns hot, and is incredibly destructive. However, it's almost always a reaction, a physical explosion of her pent-up rage from being married to a man-child. It's wild, but it's rarely cold and calculated. Francine, on the other hand, is a different kind of predator. Her violence is often precise, shockingly brutal, and comes from a much colder place. She doesn't just get angry, she gets even. Francine has demonstrated a chilling comfort with inflicting pain. In one episode, she helped Steve in a spelling bee by kidnapping his rival, Akiko, showing her violence can be a twisted tool for maternal support. Perhaps the most telling difference is the lethality. Lois gets into fistfights. Francine, as we know, killed her roommate, but there is so much more. We see her fantasizing about killing her family when they complain about breakfast. We see her attempt to shoot Jeff, her daughter's boyfriend, when he wants to break up with her. We see her time and time again way too excited at the thought of killing or maiming people. And while these are often throwaway jokes, it points to a capacity for violence that feels like a permanent part of her personality, ready to be activated at a moment's notice. She can be sweet and nurturing one minute, then calmly discussing maiming someone the next. Lois will punch you in the face. Francine will make you disappear. The sheer cold-blooded competence behind Francine's violent streak makes her the clear winner of this round. Her violence isn't just a burst of anger, it's a special skill. Francine 2, Lois 0. Round 3. Questionable motherhood. The sacred bond between a mother and her children is something both Francine and Lois have, at times, twisted into something unrecognizable. This is where the psychoanalysis gets most disturbing. Lois Griffin's approach to parenting can often be described in one word: neglect. Her cruelty towards Meg is a running theme. She's bullied Meg, encouraged others to bully her, and shown a shocking level of apathy for her daughter's suffering. But it doesn't stop with Meg. Lois seems completely checked out of her kids' lives. In her mothering of Chris, we often see passive-aggressive criticism and all-round inconsistency. There are moments of genuine care, but they're frequently overshadowed by her own selfish impulses, like developing a shoplifting addiction that lands her in jail. Or the time she ran Stewie over and her immediate reaction is not to seek medical help, but to pin it on someone else. Lois's bad parenting stems from a deep-seated selfishness and a desperate need to escape the crushing mundanity of her life. Francine's brand of questionable motherhood is the polar opposite. She isn't neglectful, she is terrifyingly over-involved. Francine's psycho moments are often born from a warped, obsessive love for her children, especially Steve. She is fiercely protective, but that protection manifests in horrifying ways. To help Steve succeed, she's done everything from sabotaging his relationships to sneaking breast milk into his diet to giving him experimental serums to stop him going through puberty. She's often over the top in her attachment to him, bordering on incestuous. And let's not forget Francine's relationship with her daughter Haley. At best, it could be described as inconsistent. At worst, cruel and indifferent, more than once joking about killing her. Her methods are criminal and insane, but they're almost always in service of what she believes is best for her kids. She once taught Steve how to be a successful shoplifter, not out of malice, but because she wanted him to have a skill he could be proud of. It's a twisted logic that only a true psychopath could invent. While Lois's parenting feels like a void of apathy, Francine's is a smothering, manipulative, and dangerous obsession. This is the toughest round. Is it more psychotic to neglect your child or to obsessively control them through criminal means? While Lois's treatment of Meg is monstrous, Francine's actions show a more complex and deliberate manipulation. She actively grooms her children with her own brand of insanity. For that reason, Francine clinches this final disturbing round. The verdict. The evidence is pretty clear. While Lois Griffin is an absolute train wreck of impulse and rage, a walking id with a black belt, she's ultimately a chaotic force of nature. Her psychotic moments are explosive and loud, but they lack the chilling precision and dark hidden history that defines her competitor. Francine Smith is the winner, the true psychotic queen of primetime animation. Her psychosis is a masterpiece of deception. She's a sweet, caring mother on the surface, but underneath lies a cold, morally flexible, and shockingly skilled person with a bizarre past that's a wellspring of untapped horror. Her violence is purposeful, her manipulation is an art form, and her dark history makes her dangerously unpredictable. Lois will throw a punch and scream. Francine will smile sweetly while planning your demise, and you won't see it coming until it's far too late. She is the quiet storm, the hidden predator, and, without a doubt, the most terrifyingly unhinged mother. But that's just what we think. Did we get it right? Who do you believe is the ultimate psycho mom? Francine or Lois or another altogether? Sound off in the comments below and tell us which moment proves your case. And if you want to see more animated character showdowns, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss a battle.